Welcome to the Sports Con here on YouTube. I'm your host Daniel with your top sports stories. Don't pinch me please, I must be dreaming if the Lakers have been eliminated from the first round of the playoffs. The Los Angeles Lakers were swept in the first round of the NBA postseason after losing to the San Antonio Spurs 103-82. Dwight Howard was ejected from the game early in the third quarter after getting his second technical for arguing with the officials. The Lakers, meanwhile, committed 21 turnovers compared to the Spurs' 8. Tony Parker was one of 5 Spurs players to score more than 10 points, as Parker had 23. So one of the most disappointing seasons in Lakers history ends with the team getting swept in the first round. There were such high hopes for this Lakers team, but due to injuries, an erroneous coaching change, and friction between star players, they ended up being a bust. The question now in LA is whether or not Dwight Howard will stay with the Lakers now that he'll become an unrestricted free agent this offseason. I realize that it can go either way, but if I was Dwight, I'd get the hell out of LA. Kobe's return date is up in the air, and when he does come back, there's no guarantee that he'll be back to his old form. He'll be 35 coming off of a very significant injury. The best days of Kobe might be far behind him. As to the argument that the Lakers will be Dwight's team from now on, and he'll be running things, let me ask you something. How did that work out for you in Orlando? Not well, I suppose. Dwight, you're going to need some help if you ever want to win a title, and you won't be able to get that in LA. The team is too old, the coach doesn't know what defense is, as well as he doesn't know how to work with big men like yourself, and you have a team in Brooklyn that might still be interested in you. If I was you, Dwight, I'd leave the dysfunctional Lakers who don't know how to do anything under Jim Buss and go to a franchise that knows what they're doing like Brooklyn or Dallas. But if we all know you, Dwight, you'll be guilted into staying with another team you don't want to be on and ruin your career and image further, ironically. Moving on to the NFL, the draft concluded this weekend, and the Mark Sanchez era in New York might be on its last legs before it collapses into the next era's butt and fumbles another ball. The Jets drafted Geno Smith from West Virginia in the second round, starting speculation that Sanchez will be heading out the door. Despite this, it appears that Sanchez will continue to appear at the voluntary off-season workouts which resume today. Why won't they just release Sanchez already? For goodness sakes, just get rid of the useless quarterback before you have another year in which the media can't stop obsessing about the backup. Sanchez was no good anyway when he thought that Tebow was threatening to take his job. Imagine what an actual quarterback will do to him. It'll be a disaster. As for the rest of the draft, Manti Te'o got picked by the Chargers early in the second round. Matt Barkley, quarterback from USC, was taken by the Eagles as the first pick in the fourth round. Last mention goes to noted running back from South Carolina, Marcus Lattimore, as he got picked up by the 49ers late in the fourth round. As for my red and gold, I think they made some good picks. Getting a few defensive ends to vie for Justin Smith's spot when he leaves, that's a good idea. And also safety Eric Reed and another corner late in the draft, that's a good pickup as well. My one hesitation is actually on Marcus Lattimore. It's not a huge risk seeing as he was a late fourth round pick, but I'm not sure that he'll be the eventual successor to Frank You Gotta Get More Gore in the backfield. His gruesome knee injury last fall gives me pause on whether he'll be an effective NFL running back long term. It doesn't matter if it's not a high risk pick. It's another year wasted as the 49ers don't find a suitable Frank Gore replacement. For more, you can follow me on Twitter at thesportsconsf. You can also follow me at thesportscon.blogspot.com. I'm Daniel saying Kennel Hunter and LaMichael James might not be good enough replacements either, and goodbye.